Hi Pisces, it's Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and welcome to your Tarotscope for April. All right, we're going to get into the reading. So we're going to start off here with a signifier, main energy, what's good. Your Tarotscope that I wrote for my IG was very, very positive. So we'll see if this reading connects with that as well. Okay, so this is what I have here. I have the Ten of Swords upright, and then I have Cycle. So let's talk about the Ten of Swords. And it's interesting because you're having kind of a reawakening this month, because Venus just went into your sign, and then a couple of days Mars is going to join Venus, and then they're going to have on April 26th the stellium with Juno in your sign, as well as the new moon and 4 other planets. So you're busy. That's all I have to say. There's a lot going on. And I think the Ten of Swords is showing up for you to finally take the swords out of your back that were thrown at you, put in you back during your season. So it's like you took a little break, you took a hit, and took a little break of Aries energy, and then now you're like back at it. And it's a cycle. And you have to recognize and realize what cycles you're in at this time. What cycles of healing are you called to do? Like, what work are you called to do? And this is not the end of the journey. There's still so much more that you got to work towards and work through and work on. It's exhausting. But it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be detrimental. It can also be very beautiful, having now this chance to resurge some of this energy that you left behind in your season. It's kind of like you get a second chance in a way, and it's very beautiful. And I think for you, you're going to feel very empowered and strong and like, okay, this is what I was made for. Jupiter in your sign, Neptune in your sign, Mars, Venus. Holy cow, it's going to be a lot. So it's definitely, it's beautiful. We like to see it. And it just kind of shows like this is the cycle that you need to work through and work on and maybe get out of this month. It's going to be very transparent to you what healing work you need to do. Okay, so calling in some more tarot cards. Interesting energy, a little mix of everything here. So I have the Three of Cups upright. I have the King of Cups reversed. And then I have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So let's start off with this Three of Cups energy, because I had this like intuitive thought come through. And it's like a lot of this healing work, a lot of these cycles that you are working on yourself. You don't have to do this work alone. You can work through these with other people. And maybe this is where you decide to start a group. Maybe you decide to start a therapy group or a self-care group, a bitch and stitch group, or it can be something virtual like meetup every month virtually for free with like-minded people going through similar situations to talk things out. But it's definitely like the medicine is going to be other people helping you uncover what you're going through, what happened, why you're in this cycle, how you got out of a cycle, how you can get into a new cycle. It's going to be very therapeutic, but it's going to be therapeutic because you get to do this work with other people who you can relate to and connect with on a level that you haven't been able to before. And you'll be surprised at how you're meeting these people, how you're showing up. What you seek is seeking you is so powerful and so important. So it's definitely like, if you decide, I want to do this, I want to, start this group, I want to start this collective, and we expand on these, circumstances, these cycles, that is definitely the medicine and the remedy for a lot of this Pisces energy coming back in your sign. King of Cups reversed here. A lot of healing from, I think, masculinity, toxic masculinity, healing from the patriarchy, capitalism. And I think a lot of this like inner masculine energy that's been repressed, that needs to be healed through, worked on, is going to also be part of this journey on this cycle. And getting together with people to talk about these issues, talk about struggles within a capitalistic society, struggles within corporate, struggles within, abusive relationships, however that looks like. So I think for you, with the King of Cups, you're going to definitely be feeling this call to confront the masculine, because you're so feminine, your sign. And now we're going to be having this surgence of you in 4 different planets. It's just like, we have to heal the masculine. We have to acknowledge the pain that masculinity has brought onto us. So it's definitely, it's going to be a powerful time to do a lot of intense and incredible work, healing work. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Thinking about where you want to put your resources and who you want to give your resources to. Where are you putting your labor? Is your labor important to you to put it in these spaces? Or do you want to like get out of these industries in this field and do something completely different where you feel like you don't have to struggle and, be competitive and all these things? It's just like, it's time for you to readdress what's important to you, what's not important to you, who are your supporters, who can you come and collectively come together, come and collectively come together towards healing this wounded masculinity. And thinking about, maybe we don't want to put our money towards companies that are run by men and run towards people who don't care about a work-life balance, who don't nurture our gifts and abilities. We're just machines to them. We're just disposable to them. It's like, you don't want to keep fighting for those type of people who have no value, who don't hold you as valuable. And that's a cycle you need to get out of. And I think you've realized, at least on a mental level, that this shit isn't working. And you can band together, unionize, and figure out how you can take back your power from the system. Very revolutionary. And it's definitely like this wave of how femininity can shift and transform us. We think that we have to only have action through masculinity, but also femininity has its own form of action that is nature ruled. It's unpredictable. And I think you're going to be stepping into that, especially with Venus in your sign. It's exalted, so it feels great. So it's going to definitely be like, okay, it's time to shake things up. This formula is not working anymore. This is not it, fam. Let's go and do something different. Let's dismantle the patriarchy and let's move through grace. Let's have a new vision of what success looks like. And it doesn't have to be the status quo. Okay, so what I have here, there is no you. I have just passing through. And then life is beautiful, life is meaningful. So beautiful invitation here. And there is no you. There is no this without you. There is no family without you. There is no, this business that you started. It's not without you. Like, you are a force to be reckoned with. You're not an invisible force. And I think you need to remember that, especially as you're engaging in a battle of sorts. It's like you're doing this because there's other people like you who feel the same way. You are someone who's inspiring other people. You're someone who wants to do something different, and you need to band together with those like-minded people and be very discerning about who you bring in this collective, into this crowd, because not everyone is on the same shit. Not everyone shares the same agenda. You only want to correlate with people who are sharing the same agenda. Be careful of who you speak your plans and visions to, who hears you, because sometimes we aren't discerning with who we tell things to, and they, work against us. So it's definitely, there is no you without the other, and you need to tap into your potential and your power and know that you can be a leader for change. Just passing through. This is a moment where you get to really pause and reflect and think about how you want to use this energy, this Pisces energy that is coming over again for a second time this year. This is your season. This is your power month of the year. So it's just going to pass through as quickly as it came. So you really need to take hold the next 4 weeks and do something about this. What can you control? What can you cultivate? What can you change? How can you get other people to band with you and change accordingly? Because life is beautiful, life is meaningful when you accept the right divine invitations, when you accept your divinity. And it's not accepting power struggle, it's not accepting toxic masculinity, and it's not accepting labor. It's accepting peace. It's accepting things to align themselves in divine timing. And only you can do this work. Only you can wait for the invitations, because these invitations are yours. Not everyone's going to receive one in this lifetime to do some very important work. But for you, you have a lot of work that you need to do. And you need to be aware of this. You need to be aware of these cycles so they don't keep on repeating themselves, because it's just causing more of a detriment to others and to yourself. Okay, pulling some astrology here. I'm gonna pull clarifier here. Okay. So what I pulled here is the 12th house, which is what you rule. I have Leo, and then I have the ego coming through. So the ego of Leo. So 12th house energy. This is a wave, this is an influx of what we're going to be experiencing the next couple weeks, you know, with you. So you're doing really well with this, but this is also a house where things end, and where this 10 of Swords energy is really going to be an end of a cycle. This is an end of a cycle in your life, where you no longer will accept treatment like this from certain people. You've been through it. You've been through it all. You've been through heartbreak. You've been through abuse. You've been through, you know, there's so many different forms of abuse, but you've been through some of it. You've been through loss and misfortune, but you've also been through love and joy and creative self-expression and true love and romance. You've had success. So you get to decide now, what chapter do you want to close? Do you want to close this chapter of toxic masculinity and ego-driven, small-dicked people dictating your life, dictating your labor, Queen of Pentacles reverse, that's not making you happy? Or do you want to move forward towards love, towards creativity, and see, you know, what is on the horizon for you? What can you do differently in your life? Because this energy is just passing through. It's so quick. So you have only a couple weeks to close these cycles and open up new ones. But don't let the insecurity of the King of Cups, of, you know, immature men dictate these messages, these invitations that you're getting for change. So you need to gear up your Leo fire power energy. Think like a Leo. Let others hear you roar. You have so much support by people who want to be part of the change, who want to be part of the process. And maybe it's your turn to be the leader, not the follower, and engage in trying to push something new forward, a new vision, and putting a stop to a cycle of abuse, of defeat, and of toxic masculinity. So that is the reading, Pisces, for April. Thank you so much. And I am open for readings for April and May. If you would like a tarot or astrology reading, you can check out my page and book through me there. And I also have a fabulous new moon spell candle collection, so check that out. Thank you so much for all your support and watching, and I will see you next month.